Even if you don't want to see more of it, there's still going to be more of it, but Hi friends, welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website blametheknots.com, and right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. We are here today for episode 14 of the podcast, and we have a lot of things to talk about today because I have been having some crafty chaos going on in my life lately. So let's jump right in and talk about what I am wearing. This is the Winter League pullover, which is a 2 of Wands pattern. This is made with a Lion Brand yarn that is discontinued. I can't remember what it was called. Wool something wool. They don't make it anymore. They released it from the vault a couple of years ago and then discontinued it once again. I wish I could tell you more about this pattern. Unfortunately, I made it during a time in my knitting when I didn't understand the value of taking notes or writing things down, and I also didn't understand fully what gauge was. So this is not knit to the gauge that the pattern calls for. I just did math and made it work. I love it. I love the pattern, I love the fit of this, but I cannot tell you how to make one that looks like mine does because mine is not what the pattern says to do. I definitely want to try making another one of these and actually following the pattern because I would love to see how it works, and I would love to make another one. I just love the way it fits, so hopefully the pattern itself will be just as wonderful if I actually follow it correctly. Now let's jump into finished objects because I have quite a few. The first thing I have finished is something that I was almost done with last time, but this is my second ebb sweatshirt, which is in testing for Brie of the Little Wolf Knits, and I used the colorway Barbie Girl for my main color and Troll Boogies for my contrast color. The main color is made on Brie's Schooner base, which is Boucle, and then the contrast color is on Brie's 420 base, which is a Superwash Merino DK version. Yarn. I don't know what words are happening today. This is amazing. I believe the day that this video is going live, the pattern for this will also be going live, so you can grab yourself a copy right now. Go make it. It's the comfiest, coziest thing I have ever worn, and I cannot take it off. It's amazing. Also, I love my colors. I think I did such a good job. It literally came to me in a dream. I had a dream about making this sweatshirt in these colors. I wasn't going to sign up for the test, and then I had a dream about it, and I had to. I had to do it. Look at how amazing it is. I love it so much. The next finished object I have is a quick one. This is just a hat I cranked on my knitting machine, and this is made with, what's it called? Knit Picks Capretta fingering weight yarn, which is a merino cashmere nylon, and I held it double. So it used, those skeins come in 50 gram, or it comes in 50 gram balls. I used 2 of those held together to make this, and I am realizing now that I put my hand in here that I haven't woven in my ends yet. Oops. So I have to do that, but this is otherwise done. I will occasionally just pull out my knitting machine and crank a hat here or there, and then I just keep a big pile of hats that I can give away whenever I need to, if someone needs a gift or something like that. I usually leave them unblocked, and then because I have pets and I do keep them up and away from the pets, but still I figure that I will block and wash them like right before I give them away whenever I am ready to do so. So this is just another one that's going to be added to the pile and maybe will become a gift for someone this holiday season. My next finished object is actually also a hat, and it is one that I just finished this morning. This one is not quite done. It does need its ends woven in and it needs to be blocked, but this is a new design and I don't feel like putting it on my head because I just smoothed my hair down and I'm not going to. This is a new design. I believe I'm going to be calling it the Henrik hat. This is yarn that I got when I was in Norway and I wanted to design this with Oslo specifically in mind. Henrik Ibsen is a playwright that lived and is buried in Oslo, and this is made with Sandnesgarn Borstet alpaca yarn, which is technically listed as a bulky weight, but honestly I think it knits up more like a worsted weight. It is an alpaca yarn that is quite fluffy and super warm. So this is a fisherman's rib hat that is knit with a unique construction so that you can get the ribbing going sideways around the head, and there will be a matching scarf that will be coming out with this as well. So another quick little design to come out for the winter time. My next two finished objects are actually spinning related. So the first thing that I have is this Mustafar yarn that I got from, well, I got the fiber from Rapunzel Fiber Arts. This is a Star Wars inspired colorway and it was a lot of fun to spin. This was Rolags that I ordered from Rapunzel Fiber Arts, and it was my first time working with Rolags, and I found that using them on I did this on my electric eel wheel, and I found it hard to maintain consistency of the thickness of my singles. But that's okay. I mean, it's new, so that's fine. I feel like I would love Rolags on my drop spindle, so I will definitely be getting some more Rolags and practicing with that. Not to say that I won't do it again on my wheel, but I need more practice. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be. I counted the yardage of this and I wrote it down somewhere and I have lost where I wrote it down. So I don't know how much I have. I believe I had 2 ounces. So that's like roughly 50 grams. I could probably maybe make my husband a hat if I wanted to. I honestly though don't really entirely know if this yarn is even of any kind of quality to make something. It's thick and thin. There are spots that are overspun, spots that are underspun. I could try to fix it, run it through the wheel again. I'm not sure if I will. We'll see. I might take it to my local yarn store and have them help me like analyze it and learn from it and see where I can improve and what I can change to help me with my spinning. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. And then the next one I have is still on a bobbin. I haven't wound it off yet, but this is a chunky packed bobbin of my braid that I got from Melanated Boho Bay. And this was a one of a kind. So unfortunately this colorway is not a repeatable one, but it is a merino, flax, and silk blend. And it was a lot of fun to spin. It's also a little bit thick and thin. I think I did better with consistency on this one. I tried to do a fractal spin, and I'm anxious to see it hanked up to see how it turns out, but yeah, we'll see how this one turns out. I'll probably show it again next time just so that you can see how it looks when it's in a hank, because I'm really excited about this one. It was a lot of fun and it feels good to get this project done too. All right, that's all I have for finished objects, so let's move on into works in progress. The first thing that I have is a relatively new cast on, and this is I'm gonna go with Doppio sweater. I'm not positive if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is a design by Sunghee Knits, and it is a comfy, cozy raglan. It is a compound raglan, so it is made to fit the body really, really well. And other than that, it's a pretty simple raglan design. It is working up fast and beautiful. I am using, okay, so the pattern is intended to be knit at a bulky weight gauge, and it calls for holding 2 strands of fingering weight yarn with 1 strand of lace weight yarn. I am not doing that. I had been looking for a pattern to use specific yarn with, and I felt like I could still get gauge for this pattern with that yarn, and I am. So I am using, this is a cream-ish yarn. This is Swan's Island yarn in Snowy Owl. It's just a white basic yarn, but I'm holding it with Can You Show Me One Thing? Let's see if we can, it's hard to see how beautiful this yarn is when it's in a cake, but this is from Brie of the Little Wolf Knits, and this is on her Surrey alpaca base. So I'm holding these 2 together, and this, the Swan's Island yarn, is a sport weight. So instead of holding 2 fingering and a lace weight together, I'm holding a sport weight and a lace weight together. And basically I can still get gauge, I'm just getting a more open gauge than what the pattern calls for, which is fine with me. My priority was really finding a sweater that I was imagining in my head that would work with the amount of yarn that I had, because I only have 2 skeins of each of these yarns. So this is knit at a nice big gauge. I should be able to get my sweater done. It might be a little bit cropped, but I should be able to get it done. It is working up. I'm going to show you the back just because there's more surface area, but it's working up beautifully. It's so pretty. Just having this, like letting the Surrey shine and just holding it with this cream yarn and letting the Surrey do its thing. I am, I think maybe 12 to 15 rows away from splitting for the sleeves. And then after I split for the sleeves, I'm going to knit just a tiny bit and then pick up for the sleeves and knit those first before I finish the body. So then I can maximize how much I am getting out of this yarn. But it's going nice and quick. I love it. This is, I was really needing some stockinette. I was at a rough spot in like a lot of projects all at once, and so I was really needing something that was going to give me some stockinette. And yes, I have to pay attention for the increases on this, but not for too much longer, and I'm just really enjoying the ease of this pattern, just being able to cruise along and yeah, pay attention for an increase here and there, but not having to think too hard about what I'm doing. So this one has been bringing me a lot of joy the past couple of days. Okay, so now we need to talk about an issue that I had the past couple weeks where I cast on too many new designs. I could not be stopped. I kept getting ideas, I kept starting things, I kept getting bored with one thing and moving to another. It's been rough. But the first thing that I cast on, which I am so excited about, is, this is going to be a little bit hard for me to show you, but this is the Marty Party crop, and it is a crochet project. It is made from the bottom up. I'm just going to hold it up here. It does cover the chest, but I'm just going to hold it up like this so that you can see it a little bit better. It has a waistband with a twist at the front, and you start with the waistband and then build off of that. Right now I'm working on the back panel, and I am using Whimsy Stitches yarn in the colorway Dirty Mardi Gras, and I need to show you this up close because, like, this is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It is perfect. It is like, if you were to think of a dirty, grungy Mardi Gras, this is it. This is so it. It's perfect. I'm super excited for this crop. My intention was to have this released for Mardi Gras, but based on, oops, I think I might have just kicked my camera. I'm sorry. based on a couple of life things and scheduling things with other people involved in this. I'm probably going to be doing something more like having a tester call around Mardi Gras. It's a summery type top anyway, so I feel like that's going to be fine scheduling wise, so people will be in the mood to make a it's not really a tank, but it's not really a tee, it's kind of in between. So people will be ready to make that kind of top starting around Mardi Gras so that they can have it ready for the summertime. So super excited about this. I haven't worked on it in a little bit because I've been having a little bit of trouble with my hands, and fingering weight has not been kind to me the past maybe week or so. So that's also partially why I've been so wild with all of my cast-ons, is because I have been having some trouble and I haven't been able to work on the stuff that I want to work on. So I've just been trying to like desperately find joy in my making in other ways. So yeah, this one I cannot wait to finish. I do a row here and there when I can until my hands make me stop, and it's still bringing me so much joy and I can't wait to get it done. My next design that I cast on is something that has been living in my brain for a really long time as well. The Mardi Party was living in my head for a long, long time, and this one has also been in my brain for a while. This design, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not losing any stitches. This is a pair of shorts, or this almost a pair of shorts. These will be the sideline sweat set. It is going to be basically pajama type set. So I am almost done with one leg, and then I have to pick up for the other one. I am paused because I'm at a math spot and I just want to make sure that I do it correctly and avoid any type of frogging that might have to happen, but we'll see. So I'm paused on these at the moment just so that I can take the time and focus to do the math, but they're so close to being done. I could finish these in one day of working on them, less than one day when I am ready to. And then I get to start the sweatshirt that goes with them. So these are made in Lion Brand's Feels Like Butter. This is the colorway Charcoal, and it is nice and soft, and it will be perfect for a pajama type outfit. And they're going to have a drawstring. I don't know if you can see the holes where the drawstring will go. I just didn't make it yet. I got anxious to keep knitting and I didn't make my drawstring yet. Yeah, super excited for these. I will hopefully be done with them soon. I think maybe it should be a goal of mine to have these finished and ready to show you on the next podcast. Okay, my last design cast on is actually going to also transition us into another new topic that we're going to talk about today. So this, excuse the ends that are literally everywhere, and the 4 balls of yarn that are currently attached to this project, but this is the, oh my gosh, this is the Juniper Berry Jumper. This is going to be a sister pattern to my Cherries on Top crop. So it is made to measure. It is nice and warm and squishy for the winter time. However, because it's made to measure and made to work with any yarn and any gauge, you could make a fingering weight one of these for warmer weather. You could make one at a looser gauge if you wanted one that was like really airy for a beach cover-up, something like that. I wanted mine warm and cozy because I'm cold up north. But yeah, this is coming along. I'm so close to being done. I am at about 3/4 length of the sleeves. But I want them to be full length, and then I have to do a little bit of finishing on the bottom, and I have to decide exactly where I want to seam some things. I have haven't quite figured out if I want to seam up more in the middle or not, but This is super, super close to being done, and now what we're going to talk about next is the fact that I have started several more crafts. So if you're only here for knitting and crochet and maybe spinning, then I'm sorry. But I love to create. I love to create things in any way, and so I have been dipping my hands in a lot of things these past couple of weeks, and I figured I would share because a lot of them are yarn or fiber adjacent. So first things first, I think my light died. I'm just realizing if the lighting changed while I was talking, it seems like my light is a lot less bright than it was when I first started talking, and I didn't notice when that happened, so sorry. The first thing that we have to talk about, unfortunately, I actually can't show you too much, but this juniper berry jumper is made with yarn, hand-dyed by myself. So this is made with a sport weight 100% baby alpaca yarn held with a Surrey alpaca, and they were both dyed the same tonal colorway. And unfortunately, the only one I have to show you right now is actually, well, I have a couple little tiny nuggets left. Oh my gosh. So this is my baby alpaca and my Surrey that I dyed. And yeah, unfortunately, I ran out of yarn. I played the ultimate yarn chicken of yarn that I dyed myself. Had no idea if I could repeat the colorway. Decided to cast on a design. Ran out of yarn. I just got new yarn in the mail today. Dyed it up. We're good to go on matching colorways, which is amazing. I mean, it might not be perfect, but it's going to be pretty dang close. So we are good to go, I think. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, that I dyed my own yarn for this design. And these behind me I dyed as well. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been enjoying the exploration and the learning that goes along with it. So let me know what you think and if you like it, and if you would like to see more of it, because I don't plan on stopping. So even if you don't want to see more of it, there's still going to be more of it, but you know, I would like to know if you like it or not. Next up, my next craft that I've been getting into is playing with polymer clay, and I showed this on Instagram and had some people saying that they were looking forward to seeing and hearing more about it. So this is a crochet hook that I added a handle to in polymer clay. So it's not, let me see if I can get closer and get it to focus. It's not perfect. There are fingerprints. It's not necessarily perfectly even, but I had a blast. This was just a regular, one of those metal crochet hooks that you get, like the super easy and like beginner crochet hooks that you get. And I decided I can't use those at all because they hurt my hands way too much. So I decided to try and make an ergonomic handle for this one. I typically, let's see. I typically use this style of crochet hook, which is has like a rubber ergonomic handle on it, because I hold my crochet hook like a pen, not like a knife. So ones that are shaped like furls hooks, for example, that have like a big grip here, they really don't work for me because it gets weird trying to hold like this. So I prefer the style that has like basically like a thumb grip on it. So that's what I went for with my own crochet hook. So it was a lot of fun. It was fun to practice and play with. I will probably do a few more. I have a couple of more of those metal crochet hooks, and they've just been sitting here for years because I cannot use them. So I might try and do some more just because why not? You can never have too many crochet hooks. And now I'm just looking for a project that I can use this on. So this is an H hook. I like carved a tiny little H into the bottom because I felt that doing like writing 5mm was going to be too hard. But it's a 5mm hook, and I just need to figure out something that I can use to play with it. So yeah, that was so much fun, and I can't wait to mess around with more. And then also connected to polymer clay, I have been making earrings. Whoops, banging into my tree. So I will show you these. I made these earrings that I'm wearing today. They are just, come on, little terracotta with black abstract fun stuff. I love abstract things. I love things that are like a little unique and not necessarily like anything, you know what I mean? This is just an oval with some, I honestly just cut some black clay and decided to make an abstract design, and I had a lot of fun. So I love stuff like that. So I am in love with these earrings. I have made several other pairs of earrings actually, but I'm waiting for the findings to come in the mail. I ordered them a long time ago, and Joann's has been having some shipping issues. So I'm just waiting for my findings to come, and then I can get those done, and I will probably be wearing another pair of my earrings next time. I also made these earrings with, oh, by the way, I was using for both the crochet, actually, the crochet hook, I used Sculpey 3, and these earrings I used Sculpey Primo. I'm not knowledgeable enough to know what the difference between those two things is. But yeah, in case you were wondering and you wanted to try anything yourself or recreate anything that I've done, I also made these earrings, which do not want to lay flat. Come on. These I made with Sculpey, or with liquid Sculpey, which was a lot of fun. I didn't even know that liquid Sculpey was a thing. I haven't played with clay since I was a child. So I didn't know that you could get liquid of it. And so I made these, and I think they're so much fun. I love wearing them with my Second F sweatshirt because it's just like bright, bright, bright all over the place. And it makes me really happy. All those bright colors just make me feel good always. And then, so let's see, I'm looking at my list of things. Oh yes, my last thing. I need a prop to go along with my last thing that I made, which is hilarious. So the last thing that I made is actually a bookmark, because, okay, I don't know if this is a me thing or other people like it too, but do you ever, when you're holding or reading a physical book, if you have a bookmark that has beads on it, it's like so auditorily good. I love the sound of the clanks, the clicks and the things. So I will stop making that noise now if that's bothering you. I apologize. So this, I made a little wire bookmark that can fit between the pages of your book, and it just, let me see. You have your book, you can plop your wire in between, and then you have your bookmark. But my favorite part about this is down here, maybe you can see, I hope, let me get my eye out of the way. There is a little clasp with a progress keeper, because I'm not sure if this is showing very well at all, but you know, what if you're doing your two favorite things, you're knitting and you're reading, and you realize that you need to throw a progress keeper in there. Well, you can take your decorative bookmark and you can turn it into a progress keeper now. So this was just, I was messing around and having some fun and playing with some beads. So yeah, those are all of my new crafts at the moment. I visited my parents and I got a lot of my old beads and jewelry making supplies and all that kind of stuff that I had left back there from when I was a kid. And I did take home with me a weaving kit. So I believe in one of my recent videos I said that the next thing that I really wanted to try was weaving. So it might be coming soon. But as of right now, on top of the spinning, which I recently picked up, now polymer clay and beads / jewelry making are my new crafty obsessions. Also, on a call with the Little Wolf Knits Wolf Pack the other day, I was getting encouraged to try Tunisian crochet. I've always wanted to try it, but it's just something I've never done yet. So that also might be coming down the line. All right, thank you so much for sticking through all of that. Let's quickly move on to what I have been reading. Since last time I actually started and finished The Last to Vanish by Megan Miranda, I listened to the audiobook and we are kind of working our way through a bunch of Megan Miranda books in the Little Wolf Knits Wolf Pack. We're all kind of reading them together, and once a month we have a call and talk about them. This was probably my least favorite that I've read so far. It was good, but I definitely felt like the end kind of like took a turn and parts of the book didn't really like fit together to me. So it was good, it was entertaining, I don't regret reading it, but it wasn't my favorite. I think probably my favorite one that I've read from Megan Miranda so far is All the Missing Girls. I think that was the best one, which is the first one I read, so I don't know, maybe it's just like the first one you read always seems better and other ones don't hold a candle to it because you're more used to the author by then. I'm not sure. Life updates. I don't really have much to say in this one. My new crafts are my life updates, so you kind of already saw all of that. There is not much happening here other than just getting ready for the holidays. We did finally finish decorating for Christmas. We celebrate Christmas around here, and as you can see, I have my little tree. This is my new favorite decoration that I've gotten this year. It is battery operated, so I can put it anywhere. And it's this adorable little neon Christmas tree. So that's my new favorite decoration. There's really not much else going on. And in terms of channel things, I recently posted my November stash update, which was very exciting because I got to under 200 skeins in my stash, and I am very excited about that. Friends, I literally finished recording and then went to check in with some friends and found out some news. So my friend Mac has uploaded her first YouTube video. I'm so excited. So I'm going to link it below. Please go check it out. Her channel is called Made by Mac. I am gonna go watch the video right now. I can't wait. You may know about Mac from the Funfetti crop that was released over the summer. She is a designer and she has more designs in the works, and we have been chatting a lot lately and becoming good friends, and I'm super excited that she's taking this YouTube journey too. So I'll link it below. Go check it out. I'll also link her Instagram if you would like to go follow there as well. And now back to my outro. That's really all I have for you today. So thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for hearing me out with all of my chaotic cast-ons and new crafts that I've started. Let me know if you're interested in any of those crafts as well. I would love to talk to fellow crafters and people that love all of those things, because I have my knitting and crochet and yarny community, but I don't have anyone to talk to about, I don't know, polymer clay or beads or anything like that. So let me know. Also, let me know if you do any weaving or Tunisian crochet, because those two are on my radar for new crafts to start. I can't be stopped. All right. That's all I have for today. So I will see you next time. And until then, take care of you and have a good one. Bye-bye.